Hey guys, welcome back to Film Wish. Today we'll talk about the absolute best moments of 90 Day Fiancé Part 6. Let's head into it. Family Fight Night. I believe we all recall this event. What began as a sincere attempt at a family supper rapidly devolved into a terrible brawl.
Tonight may be the last night to finally make things right between our families and leave the old negativity in the past and forget about it.
Pedro was first outraged because Chantel had notified her family about his sister's problems, despite the fact that they already disliked her and him. You know what your family thinks about me, what your family thinks about my sister, Pedro added. It simply added to the problem, added fuel to the fire. Chantel and Nicole then argue at the table about a previous misunderstanding that seems to have persisted. They curse and yell at each other in Spanish between bites, calling each other liars in an attempt to persuade spectators that what they say is true. Of course, the Chantel family has already made their decision and is fast taking sides, unquestionably favoring Chantel. Throughout the episode, Pedro was rather uncomfortable and appeared to be attempting to make the most of a terrible situation, until Nicole ignored Chantel and shouted at Pedro, "Junior, please, calm Chantel down." Pedro sits mute whilst his sisters-in-law lob insults at him. He then motions for his wife to shift over so that he may sit between the girls and perhaps put an end to this insanity. When Pedro signals for Chantel to get up, her mother responds, "No, she's not going to. She's going to sit there." When River shouts at Pedro, he instantly begins to express his discontent by waving his finger at them. Pedro gets to his feet, puffs up his chest and yells, "What did you say?" River mutters back, "Shut up."
She's going to sit there.
Hey, what you say?
Gets up from his chair and smashes the light fixture over the table that belongs to the family. Pedro then proceeded to work his way around the table to River. Then, as if things weren't already out of control, all hell breaks loose. Genuine fists are thrown and things spiral out of control. The altercation doesn't continue long, and it doesn't appear to have done any damage to the house or the participants. Pedro delivers the last word or kick as he karate kicks food off the table on his way out of the door.
I'm sorry.
Hey, really?
Settle down.
Chantel begins to sob and remains in the house whilst her husband storms out. Well, I guess dinner is done. Also, make sure to write your thoughts in the comment section. I want my sex. Danielle and Mohammed have been fan favorites since their debut on TLC's 90 Day Fiancé, owing mainly to the outrageous occurrences in their relationship. The couple has received a lot of criticism for their difficult, bumpy, and supposedly stinky narrative, but we're not judging. On a 90-day tell-all episode, Mohammed declared Danielle stunk, which was one of the highlights. As shown in the video below, he first tries to keep the situation hidden, avoiding the subject by just responding that they have begun to face a problem.
Was there any intimacy after the wedding at all?
There was, but we started facing a problem.
What was the problem?
I don't want to say, this is very private.
Mohammed reportedly presented a less than flattering portrait of Danielle, stating that when he refused to have sex with her, she was sitting on the floor, crying, screaming in front of her teenagers, "I want my sex tonight. If you don't give me my sex by tonight, I'll phone immigration and have you deported." It doesn't seem good, but it gets worse. Danielle then accused Mohammed of telling others she smells and pees on him. However, it is Danielle who brings up the stinky issue, not Mohammed, but he really goes with it. Check out the video below, which was released on TLC's YouTube channel. Anyone note how the host, Sean Robinson, who is generally immersed in their drama, chooses to remain away from this one? It was too much for her to bear. The pair is no longer together, which is obviously in everyone's best interests, but Danielle has strangely opted to preserve his last name. She argues that the fact that she still bears his surname has nothing to do with him and that she never wants to be with him again. Whatever the case may be, we wish them both the best. Get me my red bag. George was running out of money shortly after Anfisa came to America, and he had to explain to his future bride that he wasn't a billionaire and had amassed some debt in his name. She first claims that she is just with him for his money, but she is still with him now, indicating that the love they share is genuine. Anfisa is also waiting for George to be freed from prison. For more details, tap here. and Fisa loses it on George on the way to the green card interview, demanding him to fetch her beauty bag and dumping keys on the parquet floor for him to find. Here's a link to the video. This is unquestionably a fan favorite moment. Please bring me my red bag full of my makeup. What do you think about these moments? Which one was the best one? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you liked it. Be sure to watch our video on the most emotional 90-day fiancé moments next, as I'm sure you will like it too.